beats.
2, 1. Yo, what's up, guys? This is For the Pod podcast, first podcast of all time, numero uno, right here. We are just a few guys. We're just a few guys that are recording a little podcast here. We talk about things. We'll talk about pop culture, music, politics, current events, but also, just general conversation. We're just here to broadcast positive vibes. So my name's Marshall. Up here, you're gonna see Donnie.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Then over here, you see Cam.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Ooh, copying me. That sounded a little similar to.
To be fair, you copied Marshall. We both. copied.
We'll have to roll back the tape. I don't know about that.
Yeah, we can edit all of that out. That whole awkwardness between you two just now. So we'll edit that out. But yeah,
We're not gonna edit it out.
So I guess we'll go ahead and just start with a recap of how our days have been. Donnie, how have your days been?
Yo, you know what, Marshall? I'm not gonna lie. Things have been going okay.
Okay.
Going, I'm starting to settle in, not gonna lie, to the quarantine life. Things are slowly but surely getting easier dealing with, just being inside. Because honestly, I was talking to a friend earlier today. This is basically like my childhood fucking dream. Like when I was a kid, like anytime during the summer that I had to like go somewhere, like to like an event or a camp or like a family member's house, I was like so bummed out. Like all I wanted to do was like hang inside, play video games, go outside, go play like in my yard or like whatever. But like, yeah, so I'm kind of channeling my inner child. Although adult Donnie is so fucking pissed off. I miss.
In which
like,
you are adult, Donnie.
I am, unfortunately. I do miss like going out and about. Like the thought of going to a sit-down restaurant right now just makes me so excited.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
Of like just being
thought
with
that you
friends
just
at a
gave
restaurant?
me. I just got pretty pumped
Yeah.
about that too. I don't know
You
why.
got- you- That reminds
like,
me of the meme I saw yesterday that just was a picture of like a building and it said "Remember Places."
Yo,
Damn. Yeah, dude. That's
only
the easy thing to
2010s kids will remember.
forget. Late 2010s kids will remember places.
Places. 2020 kids don't know shit.
Yeah, that's truth. Cam, your days?
My days.
Yeah.
Overall, they've been okay. Been trying to go for some walks to see the outdoors.
Right.
I've gone on a couple drives to not anywhere, but just to drive around and then go home.
Nice.
To
pretty
pretend. It is.
To
I actually go
pretend.
to go by Marshall's neck of the woods. Look at the lake.
Yeah, anytime.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, and then I usually park it right out front of Marshall's house and look at his house and
Just, stare into his window.
That's cool, actually.
uh,
I'm glad you
Catch
feel
up on-
comfortable enough to just do that. So
of
it's
course,
cool.
yeah. I like to see where your parents are at in their shows, and
That was funny. My days.
Can't
My
complain.
days. Okay.
yeah, Marshall's.
Yeah,
days.
Marshall,
Yeah.
fill us in.
Well, I don't know. They're okay. Like I suppose that they've been. I'd like to think I'm doing better than my normal days. I like doing less
Oh.
stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Because no one
Yeah.
else needs to know anything about my days. Actually, to be honest.
Oof.
Yeah. If I
No, but,
say too much, and they won't be my days. Okay, go ahead.
How long have y'all been how long have y'all been doing this? Because for me, it's been 1, 2, 3, almost 4 weeks, almost an entire month of this sort of quarantining / social distancing. Because to be honest, I've been face to face in contact with 2 people in almost 4 weeks. And that's my dad and the checkout lady at Walgreens. The one time I went out and about.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Was she chill or no?
Yeah, it was pretty chill. You know, we had a nice like, how are you doing? Okay. How are you doing? You know,
Right,
as best
like,
as possible. We gave each other a little chuckle.
Yeah. I'm surviving.
That was a nice moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
surviving. You
hanging
stayed
in
safe?
there.
Yeah. Hanging
know.
in there, you know.
All
Hey,
of the
stay
white
healthy.
dad things
Yeah,
to
you
say.
too.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, those are the only two people, which is really trippy to think about.
That is kind of weird. Makes you feel like you're a crazy person, huh, Donnie? I bet you feel like that. You.
Well, shit. Got me there, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think for me, man, did I? Wow, I don't even know what day I came home. Time to find out.
Because I mean, you guys were home. You guys have been home for longer than I have, but you guys were home like before a lot of the like shit started to
right.
get serious
Yeah.
here.
See, I came home on the 13th, it looks like, in March. And then I think that first week it was my spring break, and I don't think things had really kicked into gear like to the extent that they have now until like maybe halfway through the week, if not like the weekend. So really I've been doing this since like probably the 20th. So 3 weeks. So yeah, not as long as you.
Crazy. Yeah, because I remember the first week I was like planning. I mean, I think we all kind of were. I was planning to go like do stuff after I got out.
Yeah.
Because when I came back, so for the listeners, I was studying abroad in Europe this past semester, so I had to get withdrawn, which sucked. But because I came from like a level 3 area or whatever, I had to like self quarantine for 14 days before I could be reintroduced. So I was like alone at my brother's place for 14 days. So the first
this is just in line
Cam's
for
our
the
soundboard. We should just get the Wii Sports sounds going. Like,
wow. Jump around, spin around.
Yeah. But yeah, shit. So yeah, that was a fun like 5 days of being like, oh, I can go to Chipotle after I get out. Oh, like I could do this and that, and then
Right.
That was all some kind of pipe dream.
I mean, when I came home for break, we were supposed to be home for 2 weeks, but like I still had a hunch. So like I packed up basically my entire life at school because I knew.
You knew you had on. Yeah, I know. I got the email on Wednesday like, hey, spring break is this weekend, but we're gonna extend it for the rest of the semester. And so I was like, oh shit, I have like 2 days to say bye to all of my friends for like half a year. Like, who do I know? Who do I like? I don't know. It was like a scramble of like saying bye to everyone.
Yeah.
So weird.
yeah. That was by far the craziest shit, and like it's still something that like hasn't fully kicked in because I don't know. I'm just kind of shitty like that where things don't always hit me in time. But like, that week, so the week that I got recalled,
Oh,
Like you're
recalled,
Recall,
like
like you're a Marine. Like,
Or
oh,
you're-
shit.
I'm beef with salmonella getting recalled.
yeah, I was gonna say you're like a poisonous food item.
But that fucking week on Wednesday, so basically Trump had announced that he was banning or he was restricting travel from Europe on Thursday. Thursday European time, at like 3 a.m. Okay, there. So Wednesday, the day before, I had taken a final in the morning, and then me and 2 friends spent like the day. I bought new shoes because it was getting warmer in town, and I was like, I'm getting new shoes. We went out, we got like ice cream, we got a little day drunk, we went to a pub, like a brewery thing. We're like hanging out, we were talking about the spring and all this shit. Go to bed. Wednesday night. Thursday, we were kind of talking a little bit earlier about just like crazy, like sort of dream coincidences, but like I just kind of randomly woke up at like 3 a.m. and checked my phone, and I got a text from one of my friends said Trump is banning travel from Europe from like 10 minutes earlier. And like I checked, and Trump had just announced his ban. So then like I couldn't go back to sleep. So then I was like up, like doing all the shit, had to and then it was this whole whirlwind of, is my school gonna recall me? Oh shit, are American citizens like part of this? Like maybe I'm stuck here. And part of my brain was like, oh no. I'd be stuck in Europe. No. But like I would have loved to have been stuck there. But they so then like 45 minutes later my school is like, yeah, no. You have to come back.
Well,
Which was brutal. And so then my flight was for that Saturday. So I had like 1 or 2 days to, say goodbye to Germany, which was rough.
Guten Tag. Donnie had to go ahead and hit him with the goot.
The
Alright.
Guten Tag.
But here's my idea. My idea is for all those listening right now, which by now, I don't know, first video, it should be at least somewhere in the tens.
Of thousands?
Yeah, tens.
Okay.
Yeah.
But listen, tens of thousands of people. We're gonna plan these things in our podcast called segments. Okay.
Well,
Really
Okay.
revolutionary name.
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah.
ever called them
a
segments.
novel
Segment.
idea too.
Yeah, it took a while to come up with this, but we're basically gonna like orchestrate it to have like different pieces of the podcast, like chapters of a book. We came up with we coined the term segments, and
Figured they were segmented.
so,
Yeah.
but you guys can probably deduce
Perfect.
why.
Yeah. You guys
not-
are deducers.
Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, listen, our fans.
We have very intelligent fans.
We do.
Okay.
Listen, high IQ, big brain
You guys are so smart.
people.
So proud of you.
So proud of you. Oh, chat.
You are a huge nerd.
Nice. We do have our soundboard guy. That was our technician.
Cam,
That was
Cam
not
coming on
Cam
his live
with
from
his
Cam's
iPhone.
house.
That was not Cam's iPhone. That was
Oh,
our
sorry.
tech guy.
Yeah, and you know what the tech guy has to say to that?
What?
Duh. Winning.
Oh. Boom. Yeah, and
That's
we
a
also
vintage
do a little
meme.
bit of humor also, by the way. I don't know if you've caught
dabble.
on, but duh,
Top-
winning.
Top shelf humor.
That's a
shelf.
vintage meme right there. The Charlie Sheen shit.
Oh, is
Wow.
that Charlie Sheen?
Yeah. Winning
Yeah.
God damn it. That could
is Tiger Blood. You better
Wait.
respect it.
If you
It's
all
Tiger Blood.
I ask, actually all the tech guy asks is if you plan on cursing, let me know ahead of time so I can properly
Oh.
You.
Oh
beep
shit.
you out.
Oh,
Hey Cam, hey, time this up. Cam, I don't give a fuck. There's no way.
that was
Hey,
that was
Cam. I'm gonna swear. Are you ready?
hey, I don't know why you're telling me. Tell the tech guy.
What the heck?
Oh
What the
God.
heck?
And I missed it too.
Wow. Okay, the tech guy's fired.
All right,
Cam,
well, the
you're
first
gonna have to do
segment-
this from now on.
What's the first segment?
Man. I hope I do okay. First segment is brought to you by Me Undies. I'm just kidding. I wish. But
Dude. Someday we'll get that coveted sponsor. MeUndies. We'll hit you with the NordVPN. We'll hit you with the
Yeah.
ExpressVPN.
yeah, ExpressVPN, of course.
We'll hit you with Raycon.
HelloFresh.
Oh yeah.
SeatGeek. That's
Oh,
top
we
tier
want
there.
SeatGeek.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Skillshare wouldn't be bad.
Of course.
hmm
So yeah, hit us up if you
me.
want to sponsor us.
Yeah. Okay. Wait.
But Marshall, you can go first if you want.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to go first?
No.
All right, fine. I'll go first.
Fine, that's what I want.
All right, here we go, everybody. Donnie is going to ring in our first
All right,
segment,
ladies and
an
gentlemen.
idea coined by us.
This is, and only us. This is a little segment I like to call, Which is the Onion? It's a little. Is it that Ferris Bueller's Day Off shit? That like, oh yeah.
I don't know. Ask our new tech guy.
Oh, Cam, that guy. So basically, the idea of the segment is I'm going to read out 3 or 4 headlines that have been in the news, and you guys have to guess. We'll talk about them. We'll debate, and then you guys have to guess which one is from The Onion and which ones are real.
This
Okay.
could get heated.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Guys, with
if
me?
we disagree, it's definitely gonna get heated.
Oh my god, I'm a little
Okay.
nervous, but okay, yeah, I'm ready.
I hope this goes well. I tried to pick. This might be a failure, but I tried to pick some pretty crazy stories and some pretty tame Onion articles. tried to mix them together. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Are you ready for round 1?
Round 1.
Yep.
Okay. This first article. Seagulls keep couple hostage in their own home for 6 days by attacking them every time they leave the house. Okay.
Okay.
You lock that one in?
Yes.
Okay. Man who ate $120,000 art banana said he would have done it sooner, but wasn't hungry yet. And then, finally, damning new footage shows Bernie Sanders in the 1980s, arguing Madonna could never make transition from music to film, which is the Onion place.
God damn. Would Bernie be that woke that soon? Is the question.
Is-
Like, is that
you know-
possible to be that aware of Madonna's lack of?
I want to believe that one's real, but because I was having a tough time with those first 2, because as wild as the concept of seagulls holding people hostage sounds, that's really just the wording making that sound way scarier than it is, as if they're just in there with guns
Yeah.
patrolling the house.
Just red dotting every like escape.
Yep, just the SWAT team on the phone at all times, their list of demands. But no, it's just a couple that was probably like, all right, I'm going to try to go outside. And then they step outside. And they're just, caca! Like the Finding Nemo, just right for him. But the second one, what was the second one?
Man eats a
Man
$120,000.
ate one.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
Art
right.
Banana said he would have done it sooner, but wasn't hungry yet.
See, the quote is what does it for me there, because that's just so funny. But I don't see an article being written about an art banana. That didn't actually happen. It's a very random thing. What do you think, Marshall?
I don't know, because what kind of monster would say that? Kind of like, is he in jail
It
or
is pretty
what?
crazy. It
Or
is
did
pretty
he
crazy.
buy the banana? He could
And I
have
will
bought the
say-
banana. This could be some
I will say,
trust fund baby animal person. Yeah. Well,
yeah, there have been tons of videos, circulating of Bernie from the olden days.
Yes.
So it isn't too hard to believe that he would have said something on camera in the 80s, kind of offhandedly.
But at the same time, the man knows nothing of pop. Of like, and the man has no clue what's going on.
Dude, have you listened to his album?
like Bernie's album?
Yeah.
Dude,
That
the
shit's
man,
so
and
funny.
he doesn't give a shit about anything unless it's being
Madonna!
appropriated. Unless it's being.
Could not successfully.
All right, boys, what's your final answer?
I'm gonna go with the Bernie. One is that
Yeah.
is the Onion.
Yeah, and because of the word choice of damning new footage, like that's a little harsh. So I'm gonna go with the Bernie one.
Okay, so you're both going with Bernie?
Yes.
You guys are correct.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I was kind
That
of
is
nervous.
Yes.
from the Onion.
All right. Let's.
The seagulls, these poor Roy and Brenda Pickard from the UK, could not leave their house for days because a flock of seagulls kept attacking them each time they tried to leave. There were 2 chicks, seagull chicks, that ended up on their roof, and so the
that'll
whole
do
pack
it.
was being very protective. Then the other one, A man, in fact, did eat 100. What he bought a art banana for $120,000, and then ate it.
Can you elaborate on art banana?
Yeah, what is that?
So basically, it's literally just a banana duct taped to a wall,
I'd eat that too. Fuck that.
and it's like a modern art sort of situation. And the guy bought it
Oh my
for
God.
6 figures, and then ate it.
Dude, he's a beast. I don't care.
But-
Okay, boys, are you ready for round 2?
Art banana. Yes.
Yes, I'm ready for round 2.
Okay, here we go. This is from. Okay, I'm not gonna. That would defeat the purpose. Okay, here we go.
That was close.
So
Should probably flip
Wyoming
around.
man.
Never mind.
All right, Wyoming man buys one of every cleaning product in case Trump announces its coronavirus cure. Okay. Then
I could so either one. Holy shit.
wanted
That really
cow
good.
that has evaded U.S. police since January, quote, faster than it looks.
That's oh,
And finally,
I really want that one to be real.
Minecraft at forefront of human rights by hosting a library full of banned journalism,
oh
which
my
is the
God.
Onion, boys.
Oh my god.
Oh, this one's fucking tough.
Oh my god. Okay, so the first one, I don't know. It's crazy, but Wyoming man could really be followed by anything if it's just like a national news art, you know, like if it's like something man, if they're just talking about a man from a whole state, you know, like the Florida man concept, they're probably going to be doing something pretty wild and wacky. So I could see it being real. And the second one might be the Onion. And only because that would switch up the order of what you did earlier.
Yeah, we're just getting a read on Donnie. Like we're just abandoning.
True.
him.
Like, what order would I do it in? You know.
Yeah, because
That's-
did
right.
third last time. This
Okay.
Yeah, but you're not an idiot though. You might suspect that we would pick up on that.
Yeah, wait, hold on. You might.
It's
have
re-
played it-
Just go based off of the articles, not which order.
What, you don't want us to
Say
ruin
the
this
thing.
game right now?
Oh god.
No, you can ruin the game. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I'm just kidding because I already know,
you know,
the
you-
answer. The answer is the
Oh.
Minecraft. The answer is the Minecraft one. Being
That's
at the
it,
forefront
though.
of human rights.
Is it though? Like
Yeah, that, maybe
wait,
they do
did
have
the
to be a little too too maybe it's a little too hip. I don't really understand it. How do you
did
put journals in
Minecraft did Minecraft host it? Like actually like the company, or did someone in a server or something hack it where they did that? That's the question, because if I don't think that what's that Minecraft developer?
Oh, Notch. Oh yeah, fuck that guy.
I don't
Yeah.
think he was the one doing that.
Yeah, luckily it's owned by Microsoft now, so Notch doesn't
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
mess with
right.
Minecraft.
But man, I don't know. I think I just really want the cow one to be real. So I think I'm gonna go Minecraft, just because that'll make me really happy if the cow one actually happened. If that's a real
Okay.
quote.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay,
all in on
Marshall,
Minecraft.
what's your vote?
I'm also going Minecraft.
Ooh, the guys are voting together, voting as a block here.
Yeah.
Okay. As a Minecraft. Okay, let's begin. I'll do it this way. Wanted cow that evaded U.S. police since January, quote, faster than it looks, is actually a real article.
Oh
that
my god,
actually
yeah.
happened.
I love
So
that.
From Pembroke Pines. I'm not exactly sure where that is. Oh, South Florida. Of course. Of course, it's Florida. The police put out wanted unknown cow. Description: female cow, brown with white head, faster than it looks. Talented fence jumper. Wait, this is like a Tinder bio. Enjoys pools. Frequents the area near whatever. Okay. Get ready for this. And, I was worried before I read this. The cow is not considered dangerous,
Okay.
but it has known to walk into roadway.
Okay, good.
Pending charges. Oh my God. Pending charges. Moving violations. They put moo in all caps. Uttering false checks. And fleeing and eluding police.
That's good.
That one doesn't have a pun in it, but I guess
I
that
know,
is
it
what it
doesn't.
is.
But-
That's just
okay.
a fact.
So we got that one right.
Then, so that was a real article. So now. Yep. Wyoming man just buying one of every cleaning product in case Trump announces it's a coronavirus cure is from The Onion.
Cam had that one ready.
That sucks.
So Minecraft, some people in the it was launched by Reporters Without Borders, basically in Germany, but they sent out the server in 5 countries, and basically it was this giant library where you could read banned articles. Mostly one of the most famous parts of the library were articles from Jamal Khashoggi. And so it was shown in Egypt, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and Vietnam. They sent it out so that people could read banned journalism in those countries. Minecraft. Jamal Khashoggi, he was the Saudi reporter for the Washington Post who was lured into an Istanbul embassy and killed and murdered.
Wow. They banned that.
So Minecraft out here really saving the day.
Nice.
That's
sick.
So boys, you got 50%.
That's
not
gamers
bad.
Rise up.
That's all right.
Not bad.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
That 500, not too bad.
Yeah. I mean,
All right, boys, that's all I got here. At
all right.
which is
all right. Well, everybody, let's hear it for Donnie. Absolutely, just killing that first segment.
So fucking good. Wow.
So we'll be looking forward to more of those in our upcoming episodes when we get to our segments. Coin termed by us, by the way. Coin termed by us.
a coin term.
Coin.
It's one of those coin terms.
Yes, a coin term.
Doubloons and yep. Doubloons and segments. All right, Marshall, we going to you up next.
All right, everyone watching. So we all know the word "if," right? Here, let me just.
Wait, Marshall, can you explain that to me? Actually,
Yeah.
I'm
So
confused.
if it's actually not. It's fucking easy to explain. To give a definition of that word is actually pretty tough. So basically, like, let me explain it like this. Let's say a scenario. That's if. Okay, that should.
Say a scenario. That's it.
So hypothetically, there you go. So hypothetically, that's the word, right? That's if right there. Okay, so
God. Okay, perfect. I'm with you.
so we have this book. It's called If Questions for the Game of Life. That thing that we're all living right now, believe it or not. Here, let me see that. And now I'm showing them they can't see my camera. These two knuckleheads over here.
Oh shit.
They can't see my
Can't call
camera,
those knuckleheads.
so they don't know what I'm doing. They have no clue actually like what I'm doing right now. So, anyways, Cam.
I thought that'd be a different what. I'm sorry.
So
Continue.
I'm gonna randomly find. No, that was good. It was good. It was cool. So I'm gonna randomly find one and point to it, and I'm gonna read it, and we're gonna discuss it. It's gonna spark conversation and really like thrilling like ideas. We're gonna have an exchange of ideas and a free
Thrilling.
market of ideas.
Ooh.
Okay, here we go. If you could call any person from history for advice tonight, who would you prefer to talk to? I had a tough time reading that, but I think you got the gist.
Oh shit, that's a tough question. Advice from a person in history.
Mm-hmm.
Man, tonight specifically,
Tonight,
like
yeah,
it
you
would
can't just,
affect.
like,
It would
plan it.
affect.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah, you can't just plan a week from now. Like, all right, I can film
What's
in.
going on in my life right now that I need advice on?
I can think of a
Jeez.
big fat elephant in the room of something that's going
Do
on
it.
in all of our lives.
Oh yeah, fucking puberty.
Say it.
You know, but like, who would be able to give advice on you say puberty?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said fucking puberty.
Who would be able to give us advice on a virus? You know, like if no one has the cure now, no one from
Yeah,
the
let's call-
past
let's
is
call
gonna
up
have
Benjamin
one.
Franklin.
Yo,
Hey man, it's
his
2020.
ass in here.
We're in a pandemic.
Yo,
Yeah.
well, I did lose power last night, so
Oh, that's true.
since he
could.
was big into the whole, electricity thing,
Dude, yeah,
maybe
right.
that could be worthwhile.
I think you'd
What
be
do
better
I
off
do when
calling
that happens?
Nicholas Tesla, in my opinion, the
Ooh.
superior inventor.
So, okay, Marshall, hot topic.
We'll see.
AC or DC, man?
Oh,
We want that alternate current or that direct current. This is a hot debate right now. And by right now, I mean 1900.
direct
Um,
current. Direct current.
Yo, did you all see that Bob's Burgers episode? You watch. I know, Cam, you watch Bob's Burgers,
This has
right?
gone off the rails.
Yeah, wait, what the hell's going on? Where are you taking my segment?
Hold
Is that, are you gonna
on,
loop this
just
back
a quick,
in?
just a quick tangent.
All right, it better be.
Y'all have seen Bob's Burgers, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you know the episode where they have the I can't remember. Oh, it's the science fair where Louise and Jean do that whole like musical number about Thomas Edison and Topsy the elephant.
I
Yes.
think I've seen.
That's literally what this is about, because that was about Thomas Edison literally killing an elephant
Yeah.
because he wanted to prove how dangerous Tesla's alternate current was, because it was like this huge war between direct current, which is weak and stupid and bad.
Oh,
Fuck you. And alternate current that's like really good but like really dangerous. So he's like, look, it could kill you,
whoa.
and he killed an elephant. But
Well,
that's
So that's a little bit of
So-
for all those who are wondering, that's some facts, by the way.
true.
Feel free to go ahead and confirm those on the internet. Although I don't feel the need to. I
This has
trust my
been
boy. But
History
yes,
with Donnie.
history,
One take with-
humor, politics, debate, the exchange of free
yeah.
market ideas. That's us.
We're all
Stay
about the free
tuned.
market here.
Also, listen, I don't know if anyone's gonna end up well, obviously someone's going to. At least one person, thanks mom, is gonna watch this whole thing. But anyone who's watching right now, leave a comment on what you think we could be doing better, what things didn't work, what you'd like us to talk about. Help us out. Help us out. We don't know.
We could, for
Ask
one,
questions.
I think I could think of one. We could probably finish this segment.
Yes.
Stop
True!
diverting
Okay, true.
from segments.
Marshall,
No,
hit us with
Donnie,
another
you have
question.
to
This
go
one's too
first.
hard.
Why is it hard? Why?
Because I don't know, Marshall. I don't know. I can't think of historical figures.
Well, you're one person. Maybe I can. What about this person that I'm about to name right now? The person that
Okay,
I'm thinking of
do
who
it.
would be good to talk to for advice would be
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Okay.
Like, come on.
Dude, that's
That's such a
huge.
cop out. That's such a cop out.
That's it.
No, because like, listen, like, if there's any doubt as to one, he exists.
Right.
So instantly, if you call him and he's like, "Hello," then like, boom,
Yeah.
that's proven that he
yeah,
at
that's
least
already
exists.
gonna like really switch
Yeah.
some things up for me.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, "Yo, like, do a trick," and then like you would know,
Do a trick.
and then you would know the other part of it. So
right.
like,
Okay. So you can confirm. You can get two. Yeah. That's probably all I'd ask him, and then I'd say
Yeah.
something like, "Hey, like, how am I doing so far? Like, I don't know if you've been,
Yeah.
How we doing?
Yeah.
Give me a grade.
Have you been paying
Yeah.
attention to my whole thing? Like, am I on the
Give
right
me my good
trail?
place score.
Right.
my good place score. Am I headed for up there? I'd brace myself for some tough news though. Honestly, I feel like
Yeah.
like
Hey,
all
well,
the
we still got time.
all the corporate. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it around. I mean, I plan on it, but I mean, my younger days of. I'm a savage. Okay, Cam, go. Cam, do you have anyone in mind?
oh boy.
Wait,
You
do
know
they have
that-
to be dead? I'm sorry.
No.
So sorry.
No,
Okay.
because Jesus.
They don't
is-
have to be dead. Man, I guess.
It's a tough question. It is.
It
I already
really
took
is.
Jesus too. So
I don't want to answer. I don't want to be so hasty with my answer. I don't want to just like
No,
throw one out
no.
there.
I know, well, it is
But, like,
important.
That's what I'm saying. So it's for advice. It's not like to hang out with. It's just
No,
like
yeah, like
they
I would
show
say like
up,
a 15,
they give you a piece of
20-minute
advice
phone
when they
call
leave.
type deal. Yeah.
oh shit.
I don't know. Like, what if I'd want to like contact like, I don't know, take that opportunity to like talk to like a family member, you know, because like someone that
Okay.
like, because like I don't know, maybe it's just because I watched Disney Pixar's Onward the other day, but
Sponsored. But yeah,
yeah, there's a
what are they doing?
that's
now?
a
I heard that's good. I haven't seen it yet though.
dude. It's like good. Like I enjoyed it, I guess, like mostly at least throughout. But then I swear to God, it hits so hard at the end. Like I was
Oh,
not
shit.
prepared. It's like the beginning of Up at the end of the movie, but like
Oh shit. Okay.
more
Okay.
uplifting, but just as
I got
emotional.
you. I got you.
So, but it has me thinking. It left an impression on me, and like
yeah.
it's making me think that like maybe I wouldn't want to waste that on just like some dead celebrity or a live celebrity.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I was watching today a podcast. I don't know if you guys watch Rhett and Link at all, like Good Mythical
I do.
Morning or anything.
I do.
Yeah. So they have a podcast, Ear Biscuits. Highly recommend. Check it out.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. But they did a podcast, and I've been watching them for a couple of years on and off. But they did a podcast talking about their other best friend.
That is crazy because I just watched that earlier
did.
this week.
That made me cry several times as I was watching it. It's just such a just some of the things that they were saying, and just the story, the way that they told it. You got so
Oh, it gets so
invested in their
real.
friend, and it's such a raw and emotional story, and I really liked it. So just that's another tangent, but just on the subject of
Yeah,
something hitting you harder than you expected. I knew it was going to be sad, but wow, it was
Yeah.
it was a really beautiful episode actually.
yeah, because we like that it's in the same vein of wanting to like do anything to get in contact with literally like and so I wouldn't want to like, but also like it's advice. That's the part of the question that I'm like,
Yeah.
someone could like really be like knowledgeable on something that I need to know about. And that's why Marshall's answer is so good,
Jesus.
because like the literally an omniscient person.
yeah,
like,
no,
like-
it's the answer. I mean,
yeah.
like
It's like
kinda
I could be
took it.
like Quincy Jones, but like
Be like, bro, like I don't. Yeah, he could be actually really rude.
yeah, he's a scary guy.
Wait, was he the one that had that crazy fucking interview
Yeah.
like
About the
recently? Where,
Beatles. Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
and
yeah,
like
yeah,
Richard
yeah.
Pryor
Took
and
them to
Michael
town.
Jackson.
He took
Yep.
the Beatles
Yeah.
into freaking.
Yep.
oh yeah,
He
didn't he say that they got another drummer other than Ringo because he was too fucking bad to play
Yeah.
a part in a song?
Yeah.
Totally believe that. I totally
That's
believe
so
that.
funny.
Ringo is
Yeah, and I guess Ringo came back and he was like, "It sounds pretty good," and they were like, "It's 'cause it's not you."
Oh, yeah, you motherfucker. He said something good.
Damn. Yeah, I really don't know because I don't know my brain goes to I don't know people in movies or TV or music or something like that.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't know who to pinpoint, who to pick.
I know.
Maybe
I know.
you know what I think I would say Elton John.
Nice.
That's who I would get advice from, because I think he is a very
Good.
creative person, has a lot of creative endeavors, would be able to give me like a lot of advice in terms of life, and he's been through shit 10 times over, and I think he just would have some great advice, and I
Dude.
feel like it'd be a joy to be around too.
That's such a good choice because like he helped Eminem get sober and he calls him like every week to check up on him. That is a man
Yeah.
that is able to get people through things.
Yeah, and he just seems like such a joy, like such a bright.
Right, I know.
Plus he's talented as hell, so I feel like
I know, so that's another thing. Also, I think when I was like saying family member, I feel like I was thinking more like an ancestor that like I've never met. Just feel like, yo,
Yeah, that's
What's up?
true. Just be like, hey, like I might not take your advice because at least it's pretty likely that they'd be racist or something. So like,
yeah, their
I'll
advice
take
would be
it. I'll
like,
take it with a grain of salt, but it would be interesting to hear what they would have to say.
Yeah.
these kinds of rocks are best for your hunting spears. Oh, okay.
Okay. Sure.
Like instantly regret it.
Like, all right, that was a wasted phone
Like,
call.
booga booga.
All right. Booga booga.
All right, Marshall, you want to hit us with one more?
Yeah, let's do one more of these. If what is what you're wondering? If
That
this.
is the question.
Oh god. I'm gonna
no.
say this one, but then we're gonna switch to a different one. If you could overthrow any government in the world, which one
Oh,
would you replace?
easy.
Maybe we should do that one. Let's do that one. Let's fucking all right,
Easy.
no holding
Easy.
back anymore.
I have one, but just because I don't know a lot of ones.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
I want to hear Donnie's.
Yeah, Donnie, what's up?
Okay.
Vuvuzela.
If there is one country in the world, so now it depends. Okay, it depends what kind of thing we're talking about. Because if I could just
Government.
change the regime in a country, sort of the mindset in a country to like a perfect state of what I would love that country and its people to be, that's one thing. Now, if it's like we have to change their regime in the messy way that regimes are changed,
No.
that would be a different
Yeah,
answer.
Yeah. I think it's just snap your fingers and
In a perfect world, I would like to change China's regime. And boom, we've just got our podcast banned everywhere in China.
boom.
But
boom.
I have a couple reasons for that. First of all, they are the largest country on Earth by population.
Yeah, that's a good point.
True. A lot of people
and
saved
so-
from serious depression.
There's over 1 billion people living in China right now, which is crazy. 1 billion. And there are a lot of civil rights issues. I don't have to go into all of them. Namely, just starting, lack of political dissent. You can't disagree with the Communist Party, at least in public. And, you can't meme. I can't post a Winnie the Pooh picture in China. Come on.
You can't meme.
Can't
Let's get to
do
the
it.
root problem
No,
here.
but
That is an insane concept.
Yeah.
the largest elephant in the room is the fact that one of the largest human rights abuses on the planet is occurring in northwestern China to the Uyghur Muslim minority in the country, where they're being sent to re-education centers, which are concentration camps. And some of the leaked cell phone footage that's come out, kind of in piecemeal satellite imagery, it does not look good. And there are at least, I don't have the number offhand, so I'm not even going to say it, but there are tons of people, in these camps. God knows how they're being treated. Definitely not well. They're being trained to, kind of forget everything. Kind of like how, Cam, when we were in Supa, we learned a little bit about this, but the United States had a history of having, Native American re-education like schools where they would
Re-education
take,
schools, yes.
yeah, they would like take kids from their homes, you gotta, yeah. They would take kids from their homes, put them in boarding schools, and then beat them if they spoke their native language or tried
That's
to do
right.
anything Native American to try to get that out of them. And that's a very similar thing of what's going on in China right now, except with Islam and their culture. And so, that would not be happening under, more democratic system.
Yep.
Also, there's the whole Tibetan issue would be more than likely much more amicable and peaceful. And, just they have nuclear weapons. They're being very aggressive in the South China Sea, causing a lot of tensions with us and their neighbors. And so, I think that for, world stability and world peace, my answer would be China.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to second that.
So that was a long answer.
What
I'm
are
so
we
sorry.
supposed to say
You
after
can give
that?
other answers.
I'm
it's
like,
fine.
You know what? Sweden.
I disagree.
Sweden's been having it too good for too long.
You know
Yeah.
what? Actually, I have a part 2 answer, and this is a hot take. Are you ready?
Yeah, is it America?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, because that was gonna be mine maybe, because I
I
live
thought
there.
you were gonna. Yeah, I thought you were gonna go into that direction too.
I'm ready.
Yeah. I mean that's that would be nice.
The
That would be like
revolution, it's already inevitable. That's the thing.
We have
I
it-
wouldn't
we have
waste it on America because it's coming, comrades. Okay.
we have it great here. We do
We do.
comparatively.
Yeah. Dude, another
Um,
crazy thing about China, like I had a couple friends from China and they would like tell me some things. They would like say that like they would use the internet. I mean, they all have like VPN like stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much all their
I-
friends do. So I guess like that's not like they're not very effective with like how like easy it is to get around that. But they can't wear masks in most places. They can't cover their faces because they have this crazy facial recognition security system everywhere, like all over in cities. So you can't cover your face because you're supposed to be recognized at all times, and like you're supposed to be on command. And yeah, anytime you speak out against the government, you're immediately like arrested, or like you can it takes very little.
Yeah, I
like,
mean it
resistance.
depends like the severity of punishment, but yeah, it's
You're at least like detained like
not
for
good.
very like but like their judicial system is completely like fucked up to the point where they had like my friend would tell me that he had friends who had been like put in like jail for a certain amount of time for like apparently speaking out in like school or something. I don't quite remember, but it was like nothing violent at all or even close to that,
Yeah.
but purely just like anti like system whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, but very
Dude,
weird.
you could say anything in an American school.
I know, it's great. Like
Think
honestly,
about how many times, like, have you guys had professors like go on tirades about the president? Like, that's
Oh,
ju-
yeah.
like in the middle of teaching, and it's the professors.
yeah,
Dude,
And like,
so
yeah.
good.
I mean
like
Something to appreciate.
my major is all about that shit. So
Wait, dude.
yeah,
They must, and you're.
like
Yeah.
my whole major kind of revolves around
Fuck Donald Trump.
free political thought
I
and things
felt-
like that.
I felt like including you, in the question, do you guys have professors that do? But I kind of figured that the answer
Yeah.
was all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
is
most
that.
of them. Yeah, but yeah. All right, that was a successful if I do say so.
Well, should we do one
Myself.
more? Should we do one
Do
more?
you want to do
Rule-
one more?
rule
Let's
of-
do one more.
Yeah,
Let's roll
comedy rule of threes.
Yes.
Sure, let's do it.
Comedy rule of
Let's do
threes.
one
You
more.
guys don't know about that? Here we go. Flip into a random page.
Yeah.
Not even looking. Completely off the cuff. Nonsense. Pow. This one. If you could. No!
Uh-oh.
If you could have any advice from any person. It's the same question. If you could have any person from any time in history call you for advice. Oh,
Did
the
you literally
reverse.
just
No.
happen to-
Call you for
Yeah,
advice.
it's the reverse. You give any person in history advice.
Oh my god.
Wait, this is kind of perfect full circle.
Whoa.
That.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Who do I have to give advice to? Wait, it's like that dream you had, Marshall.
Oh yeah, guys, I had a dream about I was with this was a while ago, but I had a dream about how it was Mac Miller and me, and we were hanging out, and I like saved him, or like I convinced him to like, I don't know, like get better and like seek help or something, and it was great. I don't know, like it was awesome. Like I just had a really in-depth dream about chilling, and then I woke up that morning and it was Mac Miller's birthday
That's
that
right.
morning. But yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know who.
that would be the best like option here. Wait, would I would I call Abe Lincoln and be like, "Hey, Ford Theater, not a good look." Stay
Not a
away."
good.
Kind of sketch.
Not the wave.
I don't know. See, like, I don't want to go that far back and like seriously fuck.
I know,
That's true.
You know,
Okay, if
Everything
we
would
do
be
the last like 20 years or
yeah,
so.
like
20 or
it's like some
30
serious
Yeah.
shit could change. Like, if I
Um,
save Abe Lincoln, I don't know, like what? that would be crazy.
Oh, I have mine, but mine. Cam, do you have yours?
Oh my god, I think I do.
Go for it. You go.
No,
first.
mine's dark. Do yours first, so I can think
Mine's
of a
kinda
less
dark.
Oh,
Ish.
I don't even
dark-ish.
have one.
Just go for it. Just go for it. We just talked about China for like 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
Darkest.
So I was trying to think of like tragedies to prevent, but I didn't want to do like a mass one because that was going to be like
Sure.
very affect what, because that's so bad. I'm like because I was thinking of like whether I want to like prevent like, I don't know, like a ship capsizing, something like fairly small scale, or like that was like, or something like massive like 9/11. And like, it's not that I don't want to prevent 9/11, but like how many like TV shows or movies have like done a play on like what would happen if 9/11 never happened.
True.
It's
Well, it's
like
also like a collective thing,
butterfly
so it's like
effect.
what one person that you could give advice to would stop it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think if it's smaller scale, you could do it. Like, I was thinking of like the Sandy Hook tragedy, bro, and like calling up like, I don't know, superintendent,
Giving some advice to
like the principal, be like, "Yo, cancel school." Like,
Yeah, true.
and that's not gonna like, I don't know, maybe that would still affect the future because of the effect it had on like safety in the schools and everything. But like, so then I go back to the Mac Miller thing because that was the first thing I thought of, and like, he would be alive and like music would be better right now.
Yeah, I think people like that, like even in the vein of like Anthony Bourdain or like other people like that.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a good answer to this question because it's like you could give them the advice of like all the right things that you should be saying when somebody is mistake. But mine is because I'm a silly international relations major. I would want George W. Bush to call and ask for my advice on invading Iraq. And I would say, no, George W. Bush.
George, don't.
Don't do it. Please don't do it.
George, please.
You will ruin the 21st century with that decision.
For the boys. The boys are gonna have a bad time. Yeah,
Every
no.
boy's
Listen.
going to have a bad time.
Listen, I don't think you'd be able to convince them. That's the thing. Are we countering
Yeah.
that into our phone call at all? Like,
I'm just assuming that they'll listen.
yeah, that's
you
true.
know,
Like,
They'll
hi.
heed my advice.
Hey, George Bush.
He'll just be like,
Like,
okay,
George,
and then
come on, man. Not the wave.
All right.
Not the wave. Marshall, what's yours?
Dude, freaking, dude, I'd let Biggie know. I'd let Biggie Smalls know about what was
about
coming
Suge
up.
Knight.
Okay.
About
Okay.
and I'd say don't trust Keep your
Yeah,
friends
dude.
close and your enemies
Ooh.
closer. You know.
I was thinking of like,
probably say that to him actually.
yeah, because like I think with like Mac Miller, like how many people were telling him, like all the time, like, hey, you should get clean. So like I can't be like, hey, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, first of all, love the stuff you're doing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stop doing this thing that people
What
have been
would you
telling you
say
to
it's
stop
time?
doing. Because I was like, Kurt Cobain. What am I gonna?
I
tell
was
him?
gonna say, yeah,
Oh,
Kurt
Kurt Cobain
Cobain. I
would be
think
cool.
that would be, in terms of
Huge.
musicians, the last 30 years or so.
Yep. Him,
That would be the
Amy
person that I would
Winehouse.
probably try to. I mean, that one, I feel like with Kurt Cobain, advice might go a little further.
Yep. I think. So.
Because it's like more of a mental health. Well, also
Right.
addiction is a
'Cause
mental
it's
health
like you
problem.
try to
But like
tell Amy Winehouse like to go to rehab. You know what she's gonna say.
She's gonna
yeah,
say
I mean
no,
that's
no,
the-
no.
She's gonna say no.
Oh god. And that perfectly ends with Marshall Chadbourne. Give it up for our boy.
Come on, guys. Come on.
All right, Cam,
Okay,
it's time.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so I guess I should probably think of some. You know how we're gonna find this? Oh wow. Okay, wait. I'm trying to. Oh man, no. See, I have to phrase this in a very.
Why don't you give the people an introduction to?
Yeah, but then I'm gonna lose my train of thought.
Here, I'll do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, ring me in. Go ahead.
Our boy Cameron Robinson here came up with a great segment that we like to call Power Move or Sour Move.
so good.
It's a simple game. He hits us with a scenario, often very controversial, very, very weird. And we have to say whether it's a power move or whether we think it's a shitty thing to do and it's a sour move.
Mhm.
So,
All right.
Cam,
Hey
take it
guys,
away.
how's everyone doing?
Good.
Oh, we're
good.
doing
Fine.
great.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the first one I thought of. It's not a great one, but it is a popular one, and I think I'll know what both of you are gonna say for obvious reasons. But I think we should entertain both.
Ooh,
For the
Cam, first,
segment.
real quick,
The
I think your
segment's
mic might be freaking out a little bit.
Oh, that's
Just a little
unfortunate.
bit there.
I think it's probably just the angle of the way you're holding it.
What if I just?
It's,
I don't know.
well, it's kind of staticky.
There you go.
Oh,
Perfect.
there we go.
Don't move a muscle, Cam. But go ahead.
maybe if you try unplugging it, plugging back in, maybe it'll help it.
Let's do it.
Sorry, we can cut
Okay.
this. Pow!
Yeah, we can edit it.
That's true. How's that?
Well, better, way better.
Okay. All right. So this one,
Mm-hmm.
sneaking in candy, but not only candy, but also a bottled or canned soda into the movie theater.
Ooh,
Power
I got
move.
my answer locked in. Absolute power
Absolute
move.
power move. Of course.
You guys,
Absolutely.
First of all, if I were to even come close to saying that's a sour move, I don't know what kind of person that would make me.
it make you a very dishonest
It
person.
made me
but
very dishonest. Bro. I've done it
Yeah,
countless times. Even if I
nothing
thought,
worse than a hypocrite.
Have I ever snuck soda into a movie theater?
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
dude, I snuck my
don't
most
think
recent
I
time
have.
going to a movie theater. I went to Target. This was in Boston. I went to Target. I bought a box of Fruity Pebbles and a
Oh my
quart of
God.
milk. And I snuck
No.
that, and I shit you not, Parker took a video of it. Maybe I can get it. But and then,
You ate a bowl of cereal in the movie theater?
yeah,
Dude!
And I snuck that in Treya's purse, and I fucking took one of the cups, one of the drink cups,
Yeah.
ripped it in half, and then had a spoon, and I just ate the cereal.
Man,
And it was awesome.
Dude, you're probably the loudest motherfucker in the theater.
No,
like,
no, I was the only one in there. I
with
was
your
the only
fucking
one in there.
cereal.
It made
Oh,
it so much
okay.
better.
You're the only one in there.
Well, the group.
That's-
I didn't go by
Oh,
myself.
dude.
Like,
That is like the best movie experience I've ever heard. What the
it
fuck?
was so good. I was like,
by yourself.
What
in
movie
Target,
did you see?
I almost didn't do it. We saw Little Women. Good. You know,
What?
movie
Yeah,
theater. It's
yeah.
it's good.
I didn't see it.
You know what's funny is Parker was obsessed with that movie. He saw it like 4 times. He went to the movie theater and he saw. I don't know why, but like I
Dude, that's
liked it. It was
hilarious.
pretty good, but he just was. It was just like exactly what it looked like. I don't know if you guys saw the trailers for it at all, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely a
Based
power
on
move.
the book.
That's amazing. I love that. But yeah,
Yes.
fuck corporations. I'm sneaking candy. In the movie
Fuck
theater.
corporations.
All right, so in the same vein of that claim, the next
Yeah.
one, stealing from conglomerates such as Walmart.
Ooh.
Power move. Assuming, like, I don't know for sure, and I'm pretty sure it does. If you're like directly taking out of the profits of like the tippity top or like people very near the top of like that chain, you know what I mean? Like either the
Yeah.
CEO of Walmart or like multiple of them, then honestly, yeah, like I don't really like
Well,
see.
Isn't the Walmart family like really bad?
Yeah, they
Oh,
they
yeah, they-
destroy
they suck.
businesses everywhere, and they're like the most
They,
so
they
aggressive.
definitely suck. You know, I think. Damn. I'm such a cuck, but like,
Oh, don't cuck on us.
I'm going to say it depends.
Yeah, it does. It does depend.
So, like, if you're like, if you went through like checkout, you had something in your pocket by accident, or like they didn't scan something through, absolutely don't go back and pay for it.
Oh no, that's what my answer is. gonna
That's
be.
the
Like,
thing.
if I accidentally sneak something out, I'm
If
not
if
going
you're a kid or someone in need, so if you're a kid like stealing candy or like a toy, who cares? If you're someone in need who needs food and you steal food, who cares? I think if you're like trying to steal like TVs or like bigger ticket items, I feel like that's, you know, that's crossing the line.
Oh no, that definitely is.
Oh
know.
yeah, TVs is up. Listen, here's what I'll
Because
do.
I do think in general theft is bad, is morally wrong,
Yes.
but with exceptions. And
Right. Can you imagine if theft
Yeah.
was a crime that had exceptions?
Oh
yeah,
Okay,
you
you can
yeah,
steal one
exactly. Like
thing.
this isn't like law. You should absolutely like get in trouble, or not if you're the person who's hungry, but if you're like a
Right.
kid who steals a candy bar, you should kind of get a little in trouble. Yeah, like I there are certain countries where it's decriminalized, or like there are certain, you know, leniencies on people who steal food because they need it.
Right.
Which I think is a good thing. Or
You know,
as a
that-
society, we shouldn't be letting people get to that point,
Like
and
Aladdin.
then we can make it illegal to steal food. But yeah.
Riff raff.
So I'm gonna say in most cases it's a sour move.
I think almost every case it's a power move.
Marshall the commie over here.
Dude, listen, at Whole Foods, like when like in Boston at Whole Foods. Dude,
Oh, true. Fuck Whole Foods.
I would take so much from Whole Foods, and especially what fueled that. I was so pissed one day when I found out. Like, I was looking at their pasta, right? Because I'm a college boy, and I'd be eating that pasta only, right? So I'm like, what pasta do I want? I'm looking at the kinds of pasta. There's, like, this bag that looks like it's just, like, a normal, like, kind of, like, corporate-y looking bag of pasta, and then there's, like, another one. But then there's also a bag on the top shelf that was, like, significantly more expensive, and it looked like it was like could have been from some like local pasta factory. I don't know how pasta is made or whatever, but like it's like some, you know what I mean, like it looks like it was
Sure.
like shipped from like some. And I look on the back of all of them, they're all Whole Foods brands and they're all different prices, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like they're trying to like they're scamming me into thinking that I'm making a personal decision when probably it's the same shit. I look at the ingredients, they're all basically the same ingredients and they look barely any different. So I'm like, I mean, I was taking from them way before though. But usually what I'll do
Dude, he's been stealing from Whole Foods
dude, since
It's
day
been the
one.
most
since
incriminating.
day one.
Dude, ever since they put in self-checkout and probably fired people from like working there?
Dude,
Like
This man Marshall came out the womb with the fucking hot bar box,
dude.
stolen from Whole Foods.
Dude, no, dude, you actually don't have to pay for the hot bar box too. That's another thing. Just walk right out. Here's my theory. Now argue against this one. All right?
Okay,
What?
okay, yes.
How can you just walk right out?
Dude, they just don't stop you.
Oh yeah. You can the Whole Foods in at Foggy Bottom where I go to school. They it's the busiest Whole Foods in the country, I believe.
Ooh.
And basically, the way you could walk out with shit at the front door, but like they lose, gotta be at least millions of dollars worth of produce, like stuff, merchandise from people just like walking out with it. So they like are very serious. Like they have like undercover shoppers and like people that like will watch you and will ban you.
Good,
But
good.
certain kids will get away like every day, kind of take it from the hot bar, just like not paying.
Yeah, you really don't have to. You just fill up your
Dude,
thing.
I
and then
mean,
just kinda
you have
walk.
to, but like
at once.
the-
If you
Yeah,
put
you do
a
have
block
to.
of cheese in your pocket and walk out, they don't make you pay for it. If you sneak it into your
when they
pocket
catch you
and no
they
one
do.
sees you, they actually don't make you pay for it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I
because they
realize.
don't see it.
no, they want you to have it. They,
You know what's-
they're like, oh,
Cam, I don't think you're understanding.
Cam, you don't get
okay?
it. They know they know I slipped it in. They're just not calling me out on. No, but here's the thing, dude. I
They
gotta
don't
I gotta be
fucking-
honest. I'm kind of done with it though, because like would get out of hand. Here, I wouldn't steal all my groceries. Like I would still be cucking to them and giving them billions of dollars of profits so they can like continue like capitalizing on the entire market or whatever. But like this Yeti bottle over there, you guys can't see my camera, but I actually took a whole
Yes, I
Yeti
do see-
bottle from Whole Foods one time.
Dude.
And
like-
it was kind of fucked up. That's when I realized, okay, this is like pushing it. It's like, but that's the thing, man. Like, if it's
Yeah.
actually coming from like Jeff Bezos's like pockets, like, then how could I possibly ever feel bad? Like this I've used this water bottle 1,000 times, and like, like, how could I ever feel bad about? But if that's the thing, I don't know for sure if it's somewhere lost, like, you know what I mean, if that's not actually coming straight from his profits.
Well, I think sometimes employees can get in trouble for, say their store has X amount of shoplifting,
Yeah,
things happen. People could get in trouble.
yeah.
Maybe I
Been
hope that's not
fired
the
and
case.
shit.
I
Loss
don't see
prevention
I don't see
stuff.
why that would be a thing though. You know, I feel like that'd be tough to like
Well,
actually
because they could be doing
dock
more
pay.
to enforce it.
Yeah, because loss prevention is supposed to be a thing at like corporations.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
And
lots,
if
yeah,
they're
but
not implementing it, then
isn't that like security though? Like isn't that why they hire like security?
right. So like if they haven't done that or haven't been employing those things,
Yeah.
enough,
Also, the
they're
security
gonna
guard.
get- you're right. Yeah.
Say they fired the security guard because they had more shoplifts that week.
Or they
Then I'm
hire more
sure
security
Stuff
guards.
would skyrocket. Yeah.
Well, but you'd still be,
Hiring
I feel
hiring
like,
working class.
and I also I feel like, with food in general, I'm like far more like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's the
you
thing. Is
still-
I'll usually just not scan
Um,
like one item. Like or like
But yeah, but like the thing is, like for me, I don't know. I feel like Cam kind of said it earlier, but like, it's a bummer, but like, it's a bummer in certain cases. But I feel like, as a society, we should generally discourage stealing.
That's,
Right.
I
Yeah.
feel like it would spiral.
Yeah.
from
That's the thing.
just
no,
It's
I
like
agree.
food,
If it
shit.
was like I mean,
into more serious.
I just know that Amazon is a fucked up company.
Amazon
For-
does suck.
They
You know what?
suck and they destroy millions of jobs, and they
Let's
conglomerate like e-commerce. Like, dude, like you guys probably know, like, but like,
Yeah.
In 2009, I learned this fact the other day. In 2009, there was this little website. It was called diapers.com.
Yeah.
You know about this? They sold.
I don't know about
go ahead. Go ahead and
what
tell
you're
the
gonna
story.
say, but I know the website.
Oh yeah,
And-
there was this little diapers.com website, and they sold baby products and diapers, and Amazon said, "Hey, we'll buy you up. How's that?" And they said, no, we don't want to do that. And Amazon said, oh, you don't want to fucking do that, huh? Well, how about we lower all our prices to the point where we're not even making money. We're losing money on all of our products that we sell until you fucking die. How about that? And they said, no, please. They did it. Amazon did that. They died and they had to sell themselves.
Yeah.
It's
So that's
fucked
actually
up.
Amazon's market strategy is they have their Amazon Web Service, which is like a website infrastructure hosting thing, and that's where Amazon makes its money. It
Right,
doesn't
it's
make
weird.
money
It's
off
weird.
of its storefront. Like the parts of Amazon that we use, it takes a loss on, and it makes money on the other stuff. So that's how they can get shit so cheap, and which is why they need to be trust busted.
They need to be trust busted,
Um,
chopped up into
so-
little tiny bits, and then I'm gonna be an owner of Amazon. That's the thing.
You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for me to Donnie's cancellation of the week. New segment I just thought of. I'm canceling Amazon. They're
Oh.
canceled.
All right,
Wow.
you know what? That's hot. Donnie,
Amazon is
that's-
canceled.
That's sexy of you, Donnie.
Mm.
Let's go ahead and just cancel Amazon. Here's the thing: I just
Cancel.
ordered a book from them too. Like I can't.
Fuck you, Marshall.
I can't escape. I don't know what to do.
Oh,
No, I know I'm
evened
so
out
bad.
because
These
I
headphones
stole
and this
this.
microphone I bought on Amazon.
Yeah, it's so fucking
is
hard.
Audible the
Yeah.
Okay, we can't do that as a podcast.
Twitch.
sponsorship.
Twitch is Amazon.
Oh, don't tell me that.
No.
Guys, it's
Amazon,
because
please.
it shouldn't be up to us. The government needs to trust bust them.
Oh yeah,
They're
no,
far
that's
too
the thing.
large.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like honestly.
We are too weak as consumers.
Right. We need to
I
come
know,
together, comrades.
We are but meek. We are
We are but meek
we are
little
but beef. We are but
slaves to the market economy.
but meek little slaves. We need to band together, boys.
True.
Start.
All right. Cam, do you have another? Sorry to interrupt
no,
your
I'm done.
Marxist propaganda, Marshall.
Um,
Bullshitting.
But got another-
so my next one, it's not like an act that one does in public, which is kind of no, yes it is. Yes it is.
yes, it is. Okay.
Being a furry. Power move or sour move.
Ooh.
Ooh. Power move.
Now careful.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because no. See, I was going to sway you in the direction of power move, mostly because like we already got banned by China, but like
Oh,
even
yeah.
worse for our internet lifespan is probably coming from
That's
like, a
true.
cosplayer community.
That's true. Furries, this is a safe space for you.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna say to ruin our career?
No.
No.
K-pop is stupid.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I agree with that.
No,
Good.
I actually
I-
don't know. I really have been thinking about getting into K-pop lately, just because it's
Oh.
such a big thing, and I've never ever listened to it.
That
I-
could be the next.
I have nothing against the genre, but the fan base needs to
Stands.
relax.
The K-pop stand.
They need to
They
be
really
chopped
need to
up, just
relax.
the same way Amazon needs to be chopped up. They also
Well,
need to
hold
be
on now.
separated.
I'm sure they're
No,
they-
listen, it's like
passionate people. No, they are crazy.
no,
They-
they're over passionate because every other fan base in the world knows where to go on the internet, and that's to their fan base. K-pop stands are like, you asked for this, right? In the replies to your very serious tweet, like it'll be like R.I.P. Kobe, and they'll be like, true, but like Stan Jungkook.
But like the funny thing is, yeah, they're always just like, because I'll click on a trend, and then I'll just see like rage, and then just like a video of like a K-pop star at a concert or something,
Here's-
telling you.
here's
and I'll
an
just get
issue.
really confused.
Here's something that makes me really not like their fan base. At least like the more mass man, like the guys that listen to like the girl K-pop artists. They
Yes.
aren't allowed as celebrities to have some sort of like public relationship. These girls,
Yeah,
these
no.
females,
No.
because if
I
they
know.
do,
Really?
the guys will be like, "What the hell?" And the girls will have to will publicly
Oh.
apologize and say, "Listen, one girl, I don't know any specifics, but one girl, because the guys are a bunch of like, what fucking losers? Are you serious? Like, that they have to like. What are the?
That's some
Yeah.
like
the s-
neckbeard pre-incel
Yes,
shit.
so it is. Are you
No, I
kidding
know.
me?
The industry actually is terrible. I've watched a lot of videos on it.
Very interesting.
That is
okay.
That is
okay.
very weird.
But I
don't
still,
have,
you know,
but
I still
for-
want to give the music a go, just to see what it's all
Is
about.
it not, Cam? You know more about this than I do. I haven't listened to this stuff, but is it not just American pop music from 2005, like
Dude.
Backstreet Boys? Like, is it not that, or am I
Oh, you mean like
the aesthetic, the
Oh,
music
it's-
videos?
it's just a very trendy, updated version of that. I mean, musically, visually, culturally,
Well, it's super
it's-
like boy bandy too.
right.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is that it is so, like, just I don't know, like, hyper detailed in terms of like it having to be very perfect. Like, the music is just super processed, but like just this like these spotless mixes of like the most. I don't know. I mean, I've heard songs that are like good, but they're just like so formulaic with
Mm.
everything.
It
K-pop. It's
seems
almost
that. It
spooky.
seems- I'll have
Like-
to listen more.
I've heard they're super. It's like super positive and like upbeat too.
That's cool.
Yeah, the industry.
Like
is
most of it
not-
is. Right.
like,
yeah.
because they're overworked so hard. Like the energy is always so high, and they always are like going. Like, do you see some of those fan cams of those of K-pop stars, guys and girls, like doing their like dances on stage together? Like,
Mhm.
it is wild how hard
Yeah.
they're going and how hard those dances are, and it's while they're like singing, and
They're
they-
very talented. It seems like.
That is
Yes,
tough. That's
because
like athletic.
yeah, and they like get hospitalized because they get work sick.
Really.
And like
Oh.
they, you know, like they
Wow.
have part of
That's
their
intense.
deals sometimes is like to like get plastic surgery. You know, like it is
Why?
insane. It's like you're trapped. Or like it's literally like Britney Spears. Like, you know what the craziest thing about what you said, Marshall, is like you said it's like pop music in like early 2000s.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the industry because it is. It's literally like all those like pop stars saying they're like a slave to. industry.
No,
Oh, like
that's not what
music
I meant. I
producers
meant,
and
like,
shit like
music,
that?
I meant like music.
Oh, I know.
Aesthetically.
So in like more
Well-
ways than just.
Yes.
Interesting.
What's crazy is the complete diversion away from furries. I guess we all just agree that it's a power move.
Oh, yeah.
First
Yeah.
power
It's a,
move. Do as you please.
yeah.
Especially
You can do
Especially
whatever you want.
sexually.
Especially like if you're gonna go out and buy something like that that's like that expensive, like yeah, you should use it. Why not?
You
should
find-
use
if
it
you
in
find your
every way
community-
you can. Like, you know, that way
Dude.
is one of those ways.
I mean, if you discover your fursona, are you not gonna buy one of those?
True. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I guess
we're
I may
we're
be
you
one.
know, I just respect the idea of like having a community that you like are super close with, and you bond over this like one thing, and you do that. Even K-pop stands to a certain extent,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It's just like that idea is very appealing to me. I haven't jumped into one, but
Into a
but no,
furry.
I think it's great. Like yeah. I haven't found my persona. If you guys can think of one for me, please let me know.
Donnie
Comment
is
down
a
below.
groundhog.
I hope the first
Um,
like fan art we receive is all of our fursona.
Oh yeah.
Please-
no, if anyone knows
please.
how to do that.
someone, if you are listening, please make fan art of me as a furry, and we'll move on from there.
God, that yeah,
Um,
I'd hate to see how I react to that because I think I may like, I don't know. I feel like I'd get really attached to the idea of my persona and like have to order something and shit could get out of control. But if you want to see that, go ahead, draw me up.
Yeah.
All right,
Hit
I
us
say we
up.
do one more and then maybe wrap up this whole little
Sure.
potty.
Sure. Little shebang here.
One more power sour.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love the power hour.
Oh man! All right.
Do it.
Let's see. Okay. Just because we like talked a lot about like breaking rules and stuff. Not that being a furry is breaking a rule, but like laws and
Sure.
business regulations and stuff like that. So how about running a red light when there's no one around and it hasn't changed for like a while. Like maybe it's the middle of the night. Maybe it's this one specific traffic light in Lewiston the other day.
Maybe I have a specific route. I
Can't
guess a specific light.
the other day.
No, there is a specific light in town that I'm thinking of. I don't want to like dox us, but there's a very specific light by my bank that at night, for some reason, when I'm coming home from your place, Marshall, it will not turn green sometimes, and it's just a bitch. Definitely a power move in my mind. However, that being said, running red lights in any other scenario other than it's like the middle of the night, it's like 2 a.m. and there's literally no one around, then go for it. Then it's a power move. Otherwise, total sour move.
It's a
Pretty
fat
bad.
sour move otherwise.
Listen, I'm gonna say that it's also a power move, but I don't do it. Like, I'm too scared to do it. You guys know about my history with driving. I've been ticketed
No, that's true.
many times. And they got me too. That's the thing. They got to me. The system fixed me as like a driver.
Yeah.
Like, I'd stop completely at every stop. Like, I'm always going like either like the speed limit or like 5 under. Like, I'm such a slow driver. Like, they literally got me. So like I couldn't get myself to run a red light in the middle of the night. I could not do it.
Yeah.
But
Bro, I
I
have
say
like
it's a
a
power move.
fear of like parking on the road anywhere now because of a time I got towed and I had to pay for that.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
me. They
yeah.
got you
Totally
too.
get what you mean. Like
Yeah.
you don't want to risk it again. But like, bro, the light that I was at, I listened to like 2 songs and there was no one coming and the lights were changing around me and not mine. And I was like, I hyped myself up for so long. But then I would have like a one car come and I'd be like, oh my God. And like at one point I was thinking about it and it was a cop coming straight at me and I was like, oh my God, thank God I didn't, dude. And then they had passed, like they were out of my rear view and I just sent it and it felt so good
That's
after
badass.
I made it. But like,
Yeah.
so literally 6 minutes. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I have to hype myself up every time I do it. I've only done it like maybe like a handful of times where I'm always like sitting there for way too long being like, fuck, should I do it? Should I do it?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it was the only time I've ever done it.
Yeah, I have a red light story though. The one time that I've ever run a red light, I was on the main street that goes through our town, kind of up towards on the top of the hill, and I was with our friend Zach in the car, just chatting away. This is after some break, and I was just like so absent-minded. Hadn't been driving for a couple months. I would say, I mean, you guys, I'm a pretty good driver, right?
Yeah, excellent.
You guys would say I'm
I'm
a
an excellent
pretty good
driver.
driver.
Donnie's an excellent driver. Rain Man.
And I literally did not slow down. I did not stop. I didn't even speed up. I was going like 25, 30 miles an hour. Like I was following the speed limit and I just went I just coasted through the red light. And Zach turned to me and he was just like, dude, did you just run a red light? And I was like, no, I didn't. And then my brain, I did like a little flashback in my mind. And I was like, and my jaw
That's
just
so
like
Raven.
went down to the ground. Like I was speechless for like a minute, being like,
Killed
What
to
the
see
fuck?
Zach's reaction to that. Oh my
and,
God.
and it wasn't even like a completely empty intersection either. Like there was like people kind of like, I
That's
think it might have
good,
been like
yeah.
in between a light change where everyone had a red light or something like that. Like I'm very fortunate, but like, yeah, it was like after the fact, I was just like, what the fuck?
Luck was on Donnie's side.
Yo,
right there.
it really was.
Yeah,
So,
definitely
girl,
was
all I'm
people.
saying is, theoretically, if you were red light, would you let me run you?
Oh,